JJ Barnes and you're watching another episode of Creative Writing Advice. So if you don't know me, my name's JJ. I am the author of How to Write a Story, as well as some other books. I also have a film and a TV show in production right now, and I do a writing advice blog as well. So yeah, I'm over here on YouTube bringing you the writing advice that I have learned through my career. I'm referencing pop culture, film, TV, books, anything I can that I think will make the advice I'm giving you as simple as possible to follow, because I want to make this a series that's accessible to everybody who wants to write stories. I'm not here to show off or make you work, I'm here to help. And yeah, hopefully I can help make you a better, more confident writer, and together we can get some more stories out into the world. So today I'm going to be talking to you about unresolved sexual tension. Now, I talked before about episodic storytelling and how every single episode of your TV show or your book series needs its own individual conflict. So for the sake of Bones, I'll reference that again just now. In Bones, every episode there is a murder to solve, and that is the episodic conflict. Each time a murder happens, an episode happens. One story resolved at the end. But I also talked about long-form storytelling, and this is where unresolved sexual tension is the most useful. So whether you're doing a book, film, or TV series, if you have two characters who have a lot of chemistry and your audience ship them, they want them to get together, they are waiting for it, the unresolved sexual tension is what keeps that conflict alive. So you have to have a reason those two characters could get together, should get together, but can't get together. So if I use Bones as an example again, Brennan and Booth, from the first time you meet them, they have great chemistry. They are sparky, they are smart, they're both beautiful people, they obviously care about each other a lot. There's a lot of chemistry between them. They're obviously attracted to each other, but they can't be together because they work together. They're also dealing with their own emotional things. Sometimes one of them has a boyfriend or a girlfriend, sometimes the other one does, sometimes one of them is scared. It doesn't really matter. Overall, those characters, you know that they're going to get together at some point. You want them to get together at some point. But as long as they don't get together, your audience is going to stay hooked. Your audience is going to stay wanting it. Think of Ross and Rachel. The audience was waiting for that. Every episode of Friends, every time they played with it, every time the idea came about that maybe this time they would get together, that maybe this time they would make it work. And of course, as soon as they do get together, part of that chemistry, that excitement, it dies. Because so much of the hook is that chemistry, is that tension, is the will they, won't they, is the playing with it, is the possibility that that couple will get together. You're waiting for that moment, you're waiting for that kiss. Starbuck and Apollo in Battlestar Galactica, the new one, not the old one, incredible unresolved sexual tension, incredible. The way they look at each other, the way they breathe into each other. The audience is just dying, waiting for it to happen, waiting. And as I say, it keeps the audience interested. It gives you something to root for. But you have to keep making it almost happen. When it does happen, you have to come up with a new long form conflict to keep the story going. But so often, as soon as the couple you've been shipping and desperate to get together do get together, the show will lose a bit of magic. Because even if the audience genuinely, desperately want those people to get together, they don't really. They're waiting for the moment before the kiss. The kiss itself, a little bit anticlimactic. It's the moment before the kiss that they're waiting for. The pause, the hesitation, the looking at each other, is it gonna happen? Is it gonna happen? That is what they want. And even if they're telling you, I want those people to get together, I want them to, they don't really. And then when they do, a lot of your audience will kind of slip away. Now you might have to at some point be like, this is just getting ridiculous now. I'm throwing obstacle after obstacle in the way of this couple and it's becoming unrealistic and annoying. So then you have to get them together. I think Brennan and Booth had to get together or people were going to start getting annoyed in the opposite direction. But the show lost popularity after that. And you can say it's for different reasons, but you know, it happens too often for it to be nothing to do with the fact that they finally got together. So alternatively, if you don't want them to stay together, you break them up. And Ross and Rachel broke up plenty. Just broke up, got back together, broke up, because then you have the conflict, the long-form conflict of the will they ever make it work. It's not as good as the will they ever get together, but it keeps that drama of that relationship and that potential alive. So of course when they do finally at the end, they got off the plane, it's very moving and emotional because finally, you know, finally in theory, because you don't ever see the happy ever after there, you know, they get together and they make it work and they're committed and dedicated. But this unresolved sexual tension is so exciting for an audience to watch. So when you have your characters, you have two people, male, female, doesn't matter as long as they're two people with incredible chemistry. Have them almost get together a bunch of times. Something is stopping them from doing it immediately. Whether it is work, whether it's one of them is married, whether it's they live far away and they don't want to risk that heartbreak. It doesn't matter as long as there is a reason at the very beginning that they aren't just getting together, because then they're just a couple. You have to have something that's stopping them, something they have to overcome. Because if you watch that couple overcome a massive hurdle to force their relationship to work because they want it so desperately, you're invested more. And then, when they start overcoming that hurdle, you need more conflict. All the time, more obstacles. One of them gets a partner. One of them has a panic about relationships. Anything. It doesn't matter as long as there is a constant almost got together and then they're pulled apart again, but they still want to be together, but you pull them apart again. Keep it going as long as you can, essentially, until it gets annoying. Because it's exciting, it's moving, and it keeps your audience invested. Because the episodic conflict, the what happens this week, is great and it's exciting, but if you have no long form, none at all, it gets dull and repetitive, because essentially every week there's a murder to investigate and every week they solve it. The long form is what keeps your audience hooked, and that is where unresolved sexual tension is your friend. So thank you very much for watching another episode. Please subscribe to these videos. I'm releasing one every Monday, Wednesday and Friday at 9:30, and I'm hoping, that I can be helpful to you. Please drop a comment below. Tell me your favourite unresolved sexual tension couple. Book, film, TV, doesn't matter. I want to hear it because I love this trope. Absolutely love it. As I say, Starbuck and Apollo, Ross and Rachel, Brennan and Booth, I am in. I cannot get enough of the unresolved sexual tension. I cannot get enough of the moment before the kiss. It's my favourite thing. So let me know yours below. Don't forget, if you go to my website, which is jjbarnes.co.uk, you can find all my books over there, as well as all the links to my social media. Come and find me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. I'm always posting stuff, always talking about my animals, my life, and of course books, film, TV, stories in general. Love it. Love the writing community. Everybody's brilliant, so come and join me over there and let's have a chat. Thank you very much, and I will be back again soon. Bye.